Hey guys, it's Matt again, and today we're going to be doing Animated Deluxe Sentinel Prime. Okay, let's take a look at his alt mode, which is a big truck. As you can see, his accessories you can just put on the top, but as in reviewing his alt mode, I'm just going to take them off right there, because you get a much better look at his alt mode that way. Okay, we'll start at the beginning with his side here. First, you can see that it has this orange-like pointing thing going that way. He's got black tires, blue frame. His top, he's got orange, and a little bit of black up here. We look at his front. We have a plastic black which you can't see through. We have a snow plow at the top here with headlights on it, which is a nice little touch. He's got a big Autobot Elite Guard symbol on his trunk, which I think looks pretty cool, and yellow headlights. All in all, pretty cool. On his back, looks like you have a handle there where it splits over in the transformation. It's a pretty nice little touch there. There's a good bit of detail on this character. Not a great deal, but a good deal. And it's a pretty convincing alt mode. We have gray for his bumper right there. As comparison, we have animated Jazz. They're about the same size. So if you have an animated Jazz character, it's pretty knock on to what you're going to get with Sentinel Prime, just in size, length comparison. He's a little bit higher up and blockier. From the back, you can see they're about the same width. Yeah. From the front, you can see with the scoop especially, Sentinel Prime is larger than Jazz, but just a little bit, and that's just because of the scoop. Okay, the add-ons for Sentinel Prime. He has what reminds me of a jousting stick here. And that's the simple truth. It looks like he's about to go jousting. And he's also got a shield. And the shield is very reminiscent to the one that he has in the animated series. I think it's a pretty cool little mock-up for him. Okay, you can tell that Sentinel Prime is a pretty good character. He's got the Autobot logo right here, which is the Elite Guard logo. He's got pretty good arm articulation. He'll move at the shoulders, he'll move around, and he'll bend at the shoulders. The feet will bend at the shoulder, or will bend at the knees, and his head will do a 360. So he has pretty good articulation. Sentinel Prime's face mold is really cartoon accurate. I mean, it's extremely close to what you're going to get. Even down to that huge chin with the bolt in the middle of it. I mean, it's very close to what you see. It's got these red pinstripes going down it. He's got blue eyes and a gray face. And I think it's, all in all, a great head mold. Very accurate to the show. I mean, they must have put a lot of time to that, because it's a very nice head mold. In a size comparison, I put him up to Decepticon Voyager class Lugnut, just because of his girth. As you can tell, he's a very girthy, like almost overweight Transformer, sort of like what Lugnut is. Lugnut is taller, but he's a Voyager class and costs about $10 more, so he should be a little bit taller. Leg-wise and all that, I mean, that's your size comparison. If you've got Lugnut, that's pretty much the size of Sentinel Prime, except Lugnut's just a tiny bit taller. Okay, for buying on Sentinel Prime, I like this character a whole bunch because of his character flaws, not in spite of them. He reminds me a great deal of what a person would be, you know? Like most Transformers, you can pigeonhole. You know, you can say Optimus Prime is a heroic guy, and you can say Ratchet likes to build or likes to fix stuff. Sentinel Prime, for an Autobot, is power hungry. Sentinel Prime is insecure. Sentinel Prime is just a good bit consumed by the hatred of his past. And let me put that into a way that's easier to understand. Okay, Sentinel Prime, Optimus Prime, and Elita 1 were all Elite Guard, or Academy, in the Academy trying to become Elite Guard. So, they go to this foreign planet where they're not supposed to be because it has organic life. Well, in it, the organic life is big, huge spiders. And as the spiders, as they confront the spiders, Elita 1 gets trapped, and Elita 1's special power is to grab onto a spider, and it took her form. Well, Sentinel Prime didn't want to leave Elita 1 there. He wanted to go back for her, and he argued with Prime. Prime was in charge, and he's like, Optimus, we can't leave her there, you know, and that's his love interest, you know, that's who Sentinel Prime loves in the show, and you can tell that he loves her. There's no wishy-washy about it. There's no him trying to just, you know, do whatever. He loves Elita Prime, or he loves Elita 1, and there's no question about it. And this really builds his character and shapes his character and gives him this great mistrust for Optimus Prime. And later on in the series, while him and Optimus Prime are interacting, you can tell that Sentinel Prime is slightly finding his friendship again with Optimus Prime. But it's very hard for him because he doesn't trust Prime. He just doesn't trust Prime. And he's a cocky guy. I mean, for most of the aspects you'd say he's got to be a Decepticon. No, he's an Autobot. And deep down inside, you get the impression that he deserves to be an Autobot, that he wants to be an Autobot. But the man's clumsy and he makes bad choices, and who knows how he got to be in charge of the Elite Guard. Who knows? But he did. So, like, that's my take on Sentinel Prime. A great character because of his flaws. A great character because you could almost sense that they were trying to make him a human aspect. Which is really weird because he doesn't like humans, he thinks they're icky, and he doesn't like anything organic. He's totally robotic, and he prefers to be on Cybertron, but, you know, that he just goes to Earth to find the Decepticons and he gets down lockdown, makes a deal, and captures a bunch of them. But Sentinel Prime, in my opinion, is a great character, and just not what you would expect an Autobot to be, but in a sense what you would expect a good leader to be, in a way. And in another way, what a horrible leader would be. But yeah, that's my bio on Sentinel Prime. Let's go ahead and do a recap on Sentinel Prime. As a character, great character, really do enjoy the character. As a Transformer, I really enjoy the way his legs transform and his arms transform. As Ingenuity style, he does some things that I haven't seen before, so I mean, I liked it a whole bunch the way he transformed. I mean, I'm sure somebody out there is going to say, hey, well, this Transformer did this and that Transformer. Well, whatever being whatever, he's not your normal transform. Ingenuity, color scheme, it all matches with him pretty good. I mean, he is a pretty good Transformer. On size, and I think his chest is way too big, are my drawbacks with him. And he is a little complicated to stand. Maybe that's just mine, but for mine personally, he's a little complicated to stand. And with all the great articulation he has, you would think he'd be a little bit better posable. But the chest kind of blocks a lot of the things that you would do posing him. On those aspects, I'm going to give him a 6, but it's a very, very strong 6. I mean, he's a very, very fun Transformer with a very, very fun character to him. If I was you, and knowing that Animated is now no longer in production, I'd go pick him up. Because, like you can see in your local Walmarts or Targets or whatever, animated figures are getting less and less. And I know that they're coming out with another line. My suggestion is go ahead and go pick him up, because you don't know how much longer he's going to be on the shelf. And then after that, your only way to get him is going to be on eBay. So, and like everything else on eBay, you don't exactly know what you're going to get. But yeah.